Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today and talk a little diet and exercise, specifically arms. Really wanted to just focus on the upper body. It's kind of all the same, but I've had some questions about arms, so I wanted to address those. Wanted to talk about how to get them, how to keep them, how hard is it to lose them, and how much time does it take? Just kind of cover everything. And I'm just going to jump right into this. Okay, how to get toned arms after 50. It's no different than my 20s, 30s, or 40s. It is the exact same. Weights is a big equalizer. I feel like I can work out the same weights, the same intensity. I get just as good of results. The difference, I think, as I get older is I atrophy faster, and when I atrophy, it's way more apparent. When I don't work out, my arms look their age. I'm 51. My arms look 51 when I'm not lifting weights. Okay, let me just start this by saying the difference between weights and cardio. Cardio I do for my mental. I also do it for, for everything, to balance my blood sugar. It's good for brain health. It's good for heart health. It's just good. Really what keeps me going back for more cardio is the mental, because I get that every time I go. So I go for the mental. The weights are for strength and tone. I could cardio 24/7. It's going to shrink my body down. It's going to make me healthier. I'm going to stay the same shape. I'm going to be a smaller version of my larger self. I will be smaller. My arms will not tone up. It's not going to tighten my hiney. It's not going to pull in my waist. That's what I do with weights. Weights also protects my joints. When I am not lifting weights, I can very easily tweak a shoulder carrying my groceries. It really protects your joints as you get older. Okay, first let's talk about what I'm shooting for. For myself, I'm not trying to be real muscular looking. I'm not trying to have real rounded out muscles. That's what I'm going for. I'm not going for a real big look. I'm going for a real normal, streamlined, toned look. Okay, you can get that a lot of ways. You can get that with DVDs. And I have a couple to show you. Some really good ones. Kathy Friedrich, C-A-T-H-E. I'm going to link her down below. She's still very relevant, still making videos and DVDs. She's got a lot of good weight workouts. Now, these are not the most entertaining. It's like a gym workout, but she's pushing you. High reps. This is going to give you the kind of muscles I'm going for. A Core Max. That's for the abs. And then she's got one here, cardio with weights. She's got a lot of different ones. The DVDs that I have at home, this is what I also do at the gym. It's called Les Mills Body Pump. These are music driven. There's a ton of them. And these are actual instructor DVDs that I got off of eBay. They're pretty pricey. I wait until I can find them for about 50 bucks. They're fun. I don't get bored with them. I've got a bunch of them over there. So you could look for Les Mills Body Pump. Another option, on demand. It's so good. If you have a smart TV or a Roku or an Amazon Fire Stick, I think they're called. Les Mills On Demand. Body Pump is on there. Those are great at-home options. Another at-home option is to learn the specific weight moves and buy yourself some weights. I would get actual weights. I would not be lifting cans no matter what my age. Cans, water bottles, because of the weight distribution, and no matter what your age, you want to be taxing your muscles. And I would say take your age into account, but you will take your age into account. My body makes me take into account that I'm 51 and not 25. I just do. Start slow, get your form down, and then progress. Tax the muscles and go until you can't lift anymore. And you can tone your arms up in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. There's studies to back that up. And there's a woman that was in my weight class. She passed, but she was 75, near 80. Her arms rivaled anybody in my class. Okay, if you are going to do it at home with weights, I'm going to show you a good weight or start set. This is not expensive. I think it's about $1 a pound. And if I was just starting out, do not worry if you're using a 1 or a 3 pound weight at first. It doesn't matter because you will build up so fast. I would start out with 3s, and this feels super light, but you do enough of them and it's heavy. You will build with this. I would also start with 5s and 7s. Start with a 5 I don't really go much over 5 pounds in each hand for my smaller muscle groups. And then 7s, you're starting to feel pretty heavy with a 7. If you're starting from the very beginning, start with 3s and 5s or 1s, 3s and 5s. At my age and with my muscle memory, knowing my background, I would start with 3, 5s, and 7s after a break. Then to that, after a couple of months, add some 10s, add some 12s, add some 15s for the bigger muscle groups. Okay, let's start with biceps. To build long, lean muscles, I'm going to do more reps. I'm going to do 10 to 12 reps, and a rep is just a time. It's just how many times you're going up. I'm going to do 10 to 12, and I'm going to do 3 separate exercises. So let me show you how that goes. Okay, let's just do a curl. Okay, so we're just going to do a curl, and that's just bringing it straight up and keeping your wrists straight. I will also say I'm not a trainer. Look up form. You'll get that on DVDs, YouTube videos, but I can tell you, always keep your shoulders back and down, always. Shoulder blades together, shoulders back and down, wrists straight, and then I'm going 12 times on this. I'm going 10 to 12 times. That 12th time, I should barely be getting it up. And I'm going to rest for 30 to 45 seconds, and then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do that 3 times. So it's 10 to 12 reps, resting between each time, 3 times. Then I'm moving on, same body part, sticking with the bicep. I'm going to my next exercise, rotating curls. I don't really know what that's called. And I'm going to rotate up. I'm going to rotate my wrist at the top. And you can Google tons of good exercises. These are just my favorites. 10 to 12 times. Then I'm resting. And then I'm doing it again. I'm going to do 3 times. Okay, that's my second exercise. My third exercise, we're going to do hammer curls. And for a hammer curl, you're just going to come, I'm going to leave my wrist. See the end of the weight? It's going to stay right where it is. I'm already tired, y'all. And I'm going to come up. I'm going to do that 10 to 12 times. I'm going to rest. I'm going to do it again. 10 to 12 times. I'm going to rest. That's all 3 exercises. Next, moving on to triceps. My go-to exercises are holding this with both hands, shoulders back and down, arms up, keeping elbows in, and go up and down. Rest, and do that 3 times. Okay, another tricep exercise. Shoulders back and down, back straight, and going back. And then just take it to your hip. Keep the elbow back, look at form, rest 3 times. You can also do that resting on a chair or on your knees resting, just, you know, as long as you're getting that back. That really targets that. Chest, the push-up, it works. It just works so much of your body. And push-ups on your knees, and then work up to your toes. Toes are always hard for me. If push-ups are hard at first, pull your knees up. Here, let me show you. A modified push-up, if you're just starting out. Okay, instead of being all stretched out like that and going up and down, you can bring your knees in and go down like that to start with. Yeah, you may, and you may need to do that. There's no shame in that game. Okay, another chest exercise is just flies. You're laying on your back, shoulders back and down, even though you're laying on your back. And then you're coming up like this. And you kind of keep your arms bent. Those, then just pushing up, like a push-up on your back. Those are really good. Your chest can take, it's a bigger muscle. It can take pretty big weights, heavy weights. So start with your heaviest. You may find you actually need to go up to 10 pretty quick. You'll be surprised how fast you build up with these. Some back exercises. Okay, hang on. These where you bend forward and do that. That's considered back. It's also the back of the arm. Makes me want to do them all. Another good back exercise is, just rows. Pulling back like that. That's a back exercise. Then you can also get a heavy weight and just do deadlifts, keeping your back straight and going up and down. I should never feel it that much, but they say that's back. Okay, and then shoulders. Some good shoulder exercises. Shoulders back and down, bending at the elbow, and then come up like that. Never go higher than your shoulder there. That's a good one. Do 12, rest. Do 12 more, rest. rest, do 12 more, and rest. Okay, then overhead press is good. And you're just coming up and down. And to make it harder, you just don't go down as far. You keep the elbow kind of horizontal. And push-ups works your shoulders. Look at more shoulder exercises. So let's talk about how to lose it. How easy is it to lose your muscle once you get it? I'm shooting for 3 weight workouts a week. That gives me my very best toned, strong arms. I can get by on 2. And 2 will keep me some real nice arms. I prefer 3, but you can keep good arms at twice a week. 1 time a week, you will keep your arms. Every time you do it, it will be hard. I can tell you this from personal experience recently. Every time you do it, it's hard because it's been a week. And you keep passable, decent arms. You know, they're not atrophying and you're keeping them, but it's just kind of like you're always, you know, trying to catch up. If I totally stop lifting weights, after about 2 weeks, they start to atrophy and then it starts to go away slowly. You can not do it for a couple of weeks before they start getting soft again. I think the older you are, the faster that happens. So when you're working out, it really doesn't matter your age. You're going to get great results. But when you stop, the older I get, the faster the decline. I will tell you one more little workout hack. It's when I'm really not motivated and I just want to sit around and watch TV. I will sometimes just break it up and do biceps in a commercial. And then biceps in another commercial. And then the next commercial, I'm moving on to triceps. And I have done many, many months like that where I wasn't motivated. And I'll keep decent arms like that depending on how hard I work. You know, the harder you work, the better your results are going to be. And always push yourself to failure. With good form, I've never injured myself. Knock on wood. I've never injured myself on weights. If you practice good form, it is a very safe way to do it because it's slow, it's methodical, you're moving slow. If you feel something, you can stop. Just always move slow. The slower you move on a lift, the more you're working it. Don't ever swing up. Again, I'm not a trainer, but through years I've learned this. Don't ever swing it up. It should be slow. If you feel something that doesn't feel right, stop. Don't ever ignore a real pain, but it should feel good on your muscles. So anyway, I think that's all I have for you. If you have questions or comments, put those down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.